Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to today's AF4 race. Practice has just ended, and we're about to get underway for quali here. Little grid of our usual AF4 contenders. Oh, okay. Quali, I believe, should have started, unless I'm very much mistaken. No one seems to be qualifying. Has the server maybe died? Am I doing something wrong here? The live. Oh, it's solo quali. Solo quali. Thank you very much, Josh. I'm going to actually get into a Discord channel actually so people can actually see me. Alright. I am stupid. My first time doing F4 this season, and it does seem we're doing solo quali, so let's give that a little look. Get it up on the screen. Alright. Should be all able to see that now. And let's go indeed to the live timings. Alright, so everyone's out on track, as you can see. Let's go to F11 on that. Ignore the fact that it's cut. Actually, let me try. Will that work? No, that won't do anything. Either way. Yeah, so...
Hey, Matty.
Oh, hello, Josh. Hello.
I don't know if you might want some company for this one.
Yeah, sure. I am always happy with company. Let me try. I'll get my screen share up for you. It will have been a
No
lot...
rush on that. I've got live timers on my own screen as well.
Okay. All right. Well, when it gets to the race, I'll screen share for you then. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a very long time since I believe you and me have done a stream together. I think a very long time. Like
Can't remember the last time I did it, but I'm sure it's not as long ago as you'd think. Maybe season 9? No. Or are you racing that one? AF1 season 9?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Oh, it could have been. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I was racing for some of that season. I was out for a lot of it, and if I was not racing, then I don't think I was streaming. But either way, watching the timings for now, I don't think we've had any representative laps set just yet.
One for Public Lager 26-0. Drow's on a purple first sector at the minute. I did spot Jack spin off the second to last corner, actually.
Jack, I
If
believe,
anyone else spotted that.
he's just made it in time, and this will be his practice. So we'll see how he goes. It'll be interesting to see that. So maybe it'll be quite competitive up at the front. Also, my mic sounds all good, right? Because I do have the sock on again in replacement of a pop filter.
Yeah, it's sounding good, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I have a big fucking
Oh,
sock.
okay. I thought represented times were 126. No, it's a 120.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
I was gonna say you were
there we
mentioning
go.
a representative lap had been done, but I was like 126, not
I
sure.
thought I saw someone saying 126, 125 was a good time in AF4 chat earlier in the week, but no, I'm wrong. 120. As
Yeah.
Pekingenti has just spun off at second to last corner as well on his lap.
Indeed. Someone else, who's that? I think that might be George Hall who's spun at the
I
last
believe
corner.
it is.
Yeah. But Joao setting the bar nice and high with a 120.4. I think his practice time was a little bit around that, if not a little bit lower, I think. I think he's already going quicker than he was in practice. But 120s, 121s were up at the top. I'm waiting for Jack to just come through and set a 119 on his second lap, as is tradition.
It's depressing when it happens. Yeah, especially when you're the one in second that is now second.
True. You experienced that.
C'est la vie. 20.3 Joao did in practice.
And I believe actually Jack will be sitting this one out. We have 37 seconds left, and Olivier has not yet left the pits, so don't believe there'll be time for him to do a lap.
He did an invalid 23.3. That's all I've got. So I think he's just going to go from the back. He tends to do that in AF4 recently.
Just a sighting lap, I guess.
Yeah, sighting lap. Make sure he knows what the car feels like, and also just to make everyone else feel really slow.
I guess so. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is purely for fun. for a lot of the faster drivers here, and especially for Jack. But in the meantime, I think that is Antonio Radulea who's put himself up to third with a 1:21.3. The time's kind of shuffling up a little bit more. However, Joao still the class of the field, 8/10 ahead of Moonbeam on
unmatched
pole position.
as George Hall just spends at the final corners again, so I don't think he's going to get another lap in. What do you think? So. Is that time?
No, it's already the session's already over. We're 20 seconds past. So
driving into the pits.
It's only really the people that are in this middle sector right now or have started a time in time that will actually get a time.
Peregleg, Bushy Sand, the Pirate, all on personal bests so far.
Does seem so.
And Jose Navarro.
Bushy also setting a personal best second sector, so he's one to watch down in 12th at the moment.
Moonbeam just spun off second to last corner, so he's out.
Yep.
Jose Navarro's gone as well. No one anywhere near Joao, as you say. 8/10 off.
Peregleg and Bushy Sand may be set to improve. Peregleg goes up to
No, Bushy Sand's aborted.
Oh, he's aborted. Yeah,
he aborted the lap final corner, just pulled off to the left.
Even though he was on 2 personal best sectors. Interesting. I do wonder what could have caused that, but either way, that's a lap gone. Well, that's his.
It's still valid as well.
Yeah, it ended up being valid, but just very, very slow due to his coming into the pits. Nothing much had changed. I think, yeah, looks to be all done, but a very, very wide spread. I think, as AF4 does provide us with.
Pecky just moved up to P8, by the way, 22.9. So he's made about 5 places there. I think that's the last of the laps.
That does seem like
it's
it for the session. I can hear the cars once again, so I'm gonna exit this and go back to the circuit. It's a very odd effects on some of the pit lanes. I'm gonna screen share it for you, and you'll see what I mean. It's a very odd effect on the garage shutter.
Ooh.
Very funky, that.
Interesting,
nice mod. Yeah, a lot of them are doing that. Really weird. Maybe the texture is just so thin. It's just shifting in and out of existence. Anyways, enough of the optical illusions. And we're going to be getting our race underway as the cars now make their way inexplicably onto the grid, as AC does. And I'll take you through our grid. Actually, Josh, you do the honors.
Thank you very much.
You can follow my camera. Once you've said it, I'll go to the next one.
It's freaky. I'll try and keep up. So we've got Joao Guerra on pole by 8/10 over Moonbeam on the other side of the front row, but he's got the inside line for turn 1. Radulea, Joao's often battle companion, starts behind him in P3. Then we have Kevin in P4. Jake D24 will start P5. Marco in 6th. I have no idea what to think of Marco. He's brand new as well. So too is Nikshas. That's going to be hard to say. I've lost track of what position I'm in, but here's Pecky. I think he's won an AF4 AM championship recently. It's been a while. Peregleg is alongside him. And then we have Jose Navarro looking to improve on his time, but he botched his last lap, unfortunately. The Pirate starts alongside there, newcomer there, alongside Dylan Corker. Then we have Bushy Sand, the one and only in the Pro class, alongside George Hall. Then we have Jack Olivier without a lap time, starting near the back. We'll P15. Then we have Shorzy and also Gex, I guess. I'm going to call him Gex. Yep, you can call him Gex, so we can sort of both have it right at some point. They both joined before, well, but during qualifying, I think, so they didn't actually get a lap in the end. Indeed, so we'll see what happens with them.
Somehow behind the safety car, so they may have actually not even done quali whatsoever. So that does increase the grid size nicely. G on the grid actually still.
I'm a little concerned now, yeah.
Interesting predicament we have. G, if you are watching this at all, please get off the grid as we are about to go underway. Don't watch the safety car, watch Joao. 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5 and 6 red lights. And away we go here at Sachsenring.
Looked like a good first phase from Moonbeam, but I think Radulia's going to have a look down the outside into T1. He is.
3 wide they are into T1, but it seems Joao does indeed keep it.
I think there was contact there between Joao and Moonbeam. They're still side by side coming down the hill through turn 2. Moonbeam's going to look for the inside at 3.
Oh, great camera.
Great camera, thanks for that.
Whoa, that's Radulia's
off.
Radulea
Peregleg's off, Corker's off. Reminder, no safety car in the first 3 minutes, so that's the end of Dylan Corker. He's parked it.
Yeah, he's well and truly off and in the wall. But the top three have gotten themselves all sorted, and an order has been somewhat established. Joao maintains his lead for the time being, whilst a lot more movement in the pack, and Jack already up to 9th place.
He's made half the field in half a lap. Really?
Yep. I mean, there was chaos. Oh, that's seemingly...
Oh, George Hall wide. There's a couple of spins. There's Pecky involved.
Yep, George Hall, Pecky involved in there. Antonio Rodalea is involved as well.
2 in 1 lap. That's terrible.
Yep, and that does not improve. Oh, there's a move there, I believe, being made between Kevin and Moonbeam. I think
that's risky. Outside. It's not going to work there.
No change.
It's too wide a radius of corner to be able to make a move work there. The Pirate has gone off.
Well, that's Pecky.
Pecky's off as well. It's like it's a wet race.
Oh, yeah.
They're sliding off. Shawsy's gone as well. He'd made a great start. He's parked facing backwards in the middle of the track. That sucks. He can't move anywhere. Marco's past Moonbeam now.
We've got oil down.
Yes, JD24's passed him as well. What's happened to him?
Sorry,
there's 3 cars
chaos.
off at the bottom of the hill.
Whoa, Moonbeam makes a very opportunistic pass there.
JD went deep there, almost lost the back end. Well saved.
Did indeed. Moonbeam saw his chance and made the move stick. Moonbeam up into 4th now, back up into 4th. Chaos all around. And whereas Jack amidst all this, he's up into 6th now.
He's there, he's looming.
He's looming, he's making
Pecky and the Pirate having a great battle behind for P12.
Indeed. Morgan Bramley was meant to be appearing at this race, but I don't see him anywhere, so people are suitably disappointed about that in chat, but no Bramley today.
He was in the voice chat for a while, but I don't know where he's gone. Anyway.
He popped up for a second, but maybe he just believed it may be a repeat of his last appearance. Either way, shame that. Always good to see more people coming back.
It doesn't seem to be the sort of car that fits to just jump into it and go.
Yeah, and if he still has a controller, if it's the same controller from Season 5, then he may not be most confident. Pecky
We've got 2 cars off, Pecky and Gex. I think there were 2 separate incidents.
Very well may have been. Dylan Corker picking up a few places back after his initial excursion. Jack Olivier and JD now in battle. Very handy that the positions above their heads are completely wrong, but we'll live with that. Oh no, they're
drag race.
They're fixing themselves out. Either drag race down to T1.
Jay's gone wide again at T1. Jack will steam on through, and Nikshas is next.
Definitely not his favourite corner for JD T1. 2nd time in a row he's cocked that one up. But as James Hunt would say. But either way, Jose Navarro.
Dylan Corker's gone off. Jose Navarro and Bushy San having a battle.
Shane there again.
A
lot of people.
It's a very.
Yeah, a lot of people messing up that last corner. Oh, Antonio Rodalea picking up more places as he fights his way back through the field, leaving Pere Leclerc and Jose M. Navarro to bass each other, and Pere Leclerc steams through as.
Bushy's slow. I think is he letting him by, or is he just slow? I don't know what's going on there.
I think Bushy realised he's too good for this race and needed some competition, so I think he's let them through as just to be sportsmanlike.
Marco Moonbeam are within 2/10. They're battling.
Yep, we have a
just spread out a bit there, but maybe he's got a good run through the final. That's an Jack. That's Jack got off.
Jack Olivier in 7th now, dropping a few places. Don't know if he got pushed wide or what. But huge gap there. You see actually 12 seconds between 7th and 8th now. A huge divide in that field there. But we have a little bit of a battle now on for 3rd place. Is Moonbeam going to think about it? Marco goes deep.
He's definitely looking. He's forced him wide and job done maybe. Marco's got the inside for 2.
But that gives Moonbeam the inside for 3, and that does seem like the move made. Long corner this one is, this right-hander. So once you got the inside and the track position there, you've got it. Back.
Jack's got it.
Oh, Jack is off again. 8 seconds
turn
now.
3.
Actually, less than 8 seconds. Antonio is right behind him. And Antonio may give him a run for his money, but Jack. Oh, that is Bushy San.
Bushy San's off.
Oh, shame there. Bushy
and Jose Navarro.
Oh, God, everyone's spinning. It really feels
what
like
is it with this car?
Oil on this track. Whoa!
Oh no!
Spins again.
I've seen this before. It was with the Radicals at Mont Tremblant.
Just everyone's
spinning. It was XL 2007. Just couldn't keep it together. Trying to rejoin. It was horrible.
Oh yes, that.
We need to stick the Pirelli slicks on this car. I think that's what the problem is.
We do. Do they not have Pirelli slicks?
I mean, I don't. If you can read that, I'll be surprised.
I believe that says P0. But
They need the Pirelli slicks.
true.
The F1 Pirelli slicks for the grip. They've got no grip, it seems.
Either way, Antonio now looking to make a challenge on Jack. Jack actually losing on the exit and going off.
Bye.
I think
It's a bit tight to corner, Jack.
I wonder though, because that just seems so uncharacteristic. It must be something with the car that just doesn't sit well with some people. Like you saw that was just a wobble mid-corner. It just seemed very odd.
I
Interesting.
want to point out, Gex has gone off in
Indeed.
last place, almost interacted with the leaders coming through.
Indeed, they've gone through now, but he sits down way back in 17th place. Nixas off there as well. I found this car very, very stable to drive.
Turn 3, actually turn 3, sorry.
Yeah, I found this car very stable to drive. It must...
Oh, Leclerc's gone off at the start of turn 3.
Maybe when you push it, this just happens. But the whole field's spreading out now because of all these spins.
This is supposed to be This is supposed to be a car that amateurs can drive, and I don't think they can. And I don't think it's because of the class of driver. I think it is because everybody's doing it, pros and AMs. I think it is. I think it's the car. It's just a bad car.
Or the tyres. There could be something wrong with them. Maybe if you spin it, they're just gone, and so it multiplies. I don't know. I have to ask.
I haven't had a chance to drive it yet.
I gave it a little go at Croft, actually, of all places, testing for this season. I found it pretty nice to drive personally. I didn't really find much wrong with it, but I guess maybe if you push it, if you race it, then it starts to provide some problems.
It doesn't seem to be the Croft is a great track, but it doesn't seem to have a lot in the way of like those downforce corners, the corners that really push the tyres.
Yeah, none of that for sure. I think you're right about that, and maybe that was a bad test for this car.
Sachsenring is nothing but tyre death.
I've tried it at basically every track. Oh, see, the Pyra and the Leclerc. Ooh, very, very tenuous rejoins there, but actually pretty okay in the end, and they lose positions to George Hall, Pecky, and Bushy. Very interesting. You're seeing like a lot of people who've fallen back, but now have made their way back up, as other people have made mistakes. So Bushy back up into 9th. Jack actually falling down from where he ultimately got to, which was 6th. But yeah, Moonbeam not far off Marco. Actually, we kind of missed it as we talked, but Moonbeam lost the position.
Julia's gone. Julia's gone. P6.
He is indeed. He's lost the position.
I think that's the 3rd time he's lost. No, that was someone else. Marco's just passed Kevin for 2nd. Never mind.
Interesting. Oh, has he? No, that's an error. That's an error with the timing.
Oh,
he's not.
Okay, that was weird.
There is something wrong with the timing lines here, and I believe that it makes positions appear incorrect sometimes. But Moonbeam almost a second quicker than Marco on that last lap.
This is a great battle. It keeps going back and forth between these two.
It does indeed. Jake in the background, ready to pounce if anything should occur. Shorty and Para Leclerc have a little look back here, but I believe that may be Para making an error.
Did you plan that one?
No, I didn't. I did not plan it. I'm proud of that. Pecky and Bushy-san in battle.
Oh, great switchback.
Nice switchback there. Bushy a little bit slow through that corner. Jack's
coming to the pits.
In the pits. That may be a I can't be bothered. Unless tyres, maybe.
New tyres, maybe.
Could very well
go for the fastest lap point with 10 minutes to go.
Do we have one for this league?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do actually. We have one for pretty much every league. I'm sorry. But Jack back into the fray once again, wanting some action and some fresh tyres, and Moonbeam ever closer. Oh, Joao in the lead. Oh, he's been caught up.
Did he come up? Did he come up with one of the leaders there? With one of their back markers?
Yes, I believe he has. That's Gex also off, so I think he must have come into contact with some of them. That puts Kevin now.
George Hall's gone.
Oh, George Hall and Jack.
That's at turn 3 and 4. Jack's come together. No, they're separate. They're separate, not together. Or are they? Jack's on the other side of the gravel.
That is baffling.
What is this race? I mean, that was 4 cars, surely.
It could have very well been, actually.
The last thing this race needs is a safety car.
I think at least I'm thinking from an RC's perspective, those 2 incidents were just about at different times enough to mean that it wasn't considered 4 cars. But if you'd been very much on the ball, you could have called that 4. But Moonbeam and Marco still one of the closest battles on track, and Moonbeam actually Marco going a little bit wide there, and Moonbeam
little twitch from Moonbeam. So Marco's staying in there. But he'll be back. You know Marco will be back. He's been really strong in this race, I think.
I think this car just doesn't agree with this track in particular. I mean, I don't know if you seen much of the rest of the season, but nothing like this. You know, maybe true, maybe there are some issues with the car, but I think especially turns like this, like that one there, high load, as you're mentioning, a lot of downforce needed with these cars. Oh, that's
Oh,
a
hello.
very, very
Who was
dangerous.
that?
Gex, I
It's
believe, going
P17, yeah.
very slowly, but I think it's been him who's been involved with some of the back markers. Is he filling in for Morgan Bramley this race? Who knows?
Jack's back in the pits.
Huge
Lockup from Jose Navarro.
Massive.
This race is reminding me of that Monty Python sketch. What's it called? The Marathon for People with Incontinence.
Oh?
Because you just see them all racing, and then suddenly we're going to have one diving into the gravel and the back, another one diving into the gravel and the back. It's just back and forth out of the gravel and back on track.
Someone else pitting there. Jack Levy pitting again.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah. The tyres are that bad; they only last one lap.
Well and truly. George Hall. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's the commentary that comes from it. It's like, oh, he's back in the lead, he's back in the lead, he's back in the lead, and he can't hold his blood, and he comes back in the lead, and he can't hold his blood. It's just really quick back and forth. Marco spun off. See what I mean? It's like this.
Yep.
Marco's turning off, and he's back in. Gex has just spun in front of him, and he's back on the track now.
It's almost like someone spins, and you can guarantee you'll see someone else spinning with an eye shot.
Yes.
It's great.
There's always someone off the track.
Always someone off, and Gex, I believe, has had the lion's share of offs in this race, I must say. Antonio now getting nice and close to the Lithuanian up ahead of him. As always, crazy levels of diversity in our AF races. Love to see all the different nationalities that show their faces.
Love to see them all in AF3, 2 and 1 as well. As getting past AF4, but we need to give them a car that gives them some confidence first.
Indeed, but I think this diminishes confidence, or at least this track does. And Antonio with the run now must have had a much better run through there, and side by side into the long left-hander, brakes later for sure, and Nikshas does not make a meal of that one. Oh, actually, he's coming
past Nikshas going back through in the last corner.
Coming back right at him. These huge. The track here is so wide. It's a good one for potentially racing, but not with these cars.
It's only going wide there. Bushy sound's gone off, or we can't decide whether the finish going off. He has gone off at the top of the track.
George Hall in the pits.
While that's happening,
I'm going to keep on this actually, because this does seem like the best thing going on. Marco up ahead, I think slowing a bit slower than these lot, and we could see a three-way battle for P5 if things keep going the way they're going.
That'd be great.
Oh,
never mind, you jinxed it. Pecky's gone as well at the final corner.
Some huge gaps. I know, it's just
instant commentator's curse.
Instant commentator's curse. It happened yesterday in F3 at one point.
Who did you curse?
I'm trying to think. I think it was Sim Chris. It was Sim Chris.
You bastard!
your teammate of all people. But yeah, Sim Chris was indeed cursed. Antonio now looking for P5. I mean, it's been expedited with the Lithuanian out of the way now. George Hall having enough of this, leaving the server, and Antonio. Sixth now, still hunting down P5, not far off.
Based on qualifying, Raduli's definitely got the pace to pass Marco. He should be up in third place. It was just that early crash, and I think there was one more maybe, and he's out. He's sort of sent him back down the field.
Yeah, it's given
way outside of where we should be.
A bit more to fight for. G points out actually that is the third rage quit for George Hall in a row. Interesting there.
That might be the car then.
Could well be, as Antonio loses it there for a second. Yeah, well, indeed, of course, I think the beauty of AF4 and most of our leagues is that you don't like a car, well, you can wait for the next season, and we'll give you a worse one. No, we'll give you a different one the next season.
Yeah, it's not like some other leagues where it's the same car every time with different tracks. This is different car, different tracks. If you don't like it, wait a month, come back, try it all over again on a different set.
Indeed, Para.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's true indeed. And come back a few months later and the landscape will be utterly different. But this battle is still one of the best on track at the moment. And look at the gap. Antonio, it's as you were saying, his quali pace is definitely a lot better. He knows his track well, or at least he's gotten quick on it, and he can just gain so much time through that flat-out section. Thank you.
I'm trying to think. Radulia wasn't about when AF3 Season 5 was here, was he?
No, he was
He didn't do that one in the
about-
Porsche Cayman.
I recall him in season 7 with the Euro Cup, I believe.
Look at the run. I mean, the track limits is probably out of bounds, but that's a great run.
I think the green might
Although,
also
what's
still
the-
be track limits.
Of course.
So people are using that a lot. But Antonio now has the inside locked down. Will he get the car stopped in time? He just about will. And he makes the stick. Uses all the track available. And that's P5 for him. Now, Marco...
That was a sweet move.
That was a very nice move. Very well done. I hope we don't jinx or anything by one of these two spinning out in a short period of time. But Marco...
I don't tend to have the commentator's curse for some reason.
I don't think you do. I think it's very much in mine and Mosquito's hands, particularly.
Yes.
So he's very much had it in the past.
Certainly Mosquito.
100%. I'll go to Jack for a moment as he seems to... Oh, actually coming to contact
you
with...
did it.
Oh,
You did it. Oh,
that's...
third one.
He is...
There's a third. Is there going to be a fourth? We're going to have a late safety car. Moonbeam's off as well. I think that's 4.
Whoa!
Oh, Jesus!
Whoa, Jose Navarro.
That scared the shit out of me.
Ruining
That's
Jake.
probably one of the worst rejoins I've ever seen.
Oh my lord.
Certainly the most chaotic.
Jake losing positions.
Where is
Antonio
the safety
up to
car?
4th.
Race control.
I
Open your eyes.
believe Joao is still going as normal. We don't have a safety car. Antonio's off.
Emilio's off as well. He was involved with JD24. Oh, bad rejoins everywhere. Good lord, the humanity.
Oh my lord, this race really got spicy in the last 3 minutes.
I'll get the bonfire going. We need to be burning some league licenses, I think, at the end of this.
1 or 2. Antonio's spinning again. I think the tires just die with this car. You just can't keep that confidence because you spin once and then you keep spinning. Antonio down to 7th now. He's up to 4th amidst the chaos with Jake and whatnot. But that all seemed to start with Jack and someone else. I would love to go back and see what happened there, but it seemed Jack coming together with someone else. Chain reaction, and we have that monumental collision between Jake D24 and who was it?
Jose Navarro.
It was indeed Jose Navarro.
With the bad rejoin, and that was, I mean, at least one of them would be dead.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If that happened in real life.
Dead or very, very injured for sure, and also, you know, not really helping that these cars, at least I think this version from 2017 doesn't have halos. Either way,
Yeah.
we'll think
Oh, it's the side on. It's the side on the T-bone collision. That's the thing with these.
Yeah, we'll think less of the
And less
real
protection
life.
for that.
We'll think less of the real life implications of our Assetto Corsa.
Radulli and
collision.
Bushy-san are both off. Separate places though,
Completely separate.
because Radulli is way off in the gravel. How on earth did he get there? Did he just forget to turn?
I was gonna say,
It's like he went straight on.
had to use a
Use
map to get back
let
on
the
circuit.
gravel be your brakes.
Exactly.
And that is today's lesson. Use the gravel as your brakes.
Great lesson from our head admin. Love to hear it. And yeah, things seemingly calming down. I hope that jinxes things. But Shorzy now
I hope that jinxes things. It's calming down.
more chaos. Yay!
Well, there's only going to be one more lap after this one. There's Perla Gleg off.
Yup. Shorzy and the Pirate. Sounds like a band name. But these two battling the closest on the circuit at the moment. Joao has had the lead in his hands for all the race, albeit one little spin where he still maintained the lead. Oh, and that's the Pirate.
Well avoided from Shorzy there to get around the Pirate.
All I need to say at this word is spin, and someone will
He has
spin.
avoided piracy.
Did I? Yep. Gex
You just
spinning.
did. Yep.
Fuck's sake.
Go on, do it again. Who's going to do it this time?
No, I can't do this to these poor souls. They've been through enough.
They've suffered enough.
Yeah.
They really have.
30 seconds to go. Paralympic.
There it is. How on earth do you get that far? Oh, it's not. Well, how do you know? How on earth do you get that far in the gravel? I think we need to watch some replays
I feel
of how this is happening.
I feel a lot of it, especially from that one. I saw that one occasion with Jack very clearly, and it did look like the car just snapped mid-corner. It's this mid-corner like loss of, I don't know, traction, downforce, whatever. And
A
that's
bit like what
sends you off.
Leclerc did yesterday in Mexico.
Exactly. That's
You go to the
pretty
corner,
much-
rear end goes bang.
Yeah, almost inexplicably. It's just something you can't even like contend with. But it's.
Well, I'm glad we're not racing on a street circuit.
Yep. Or these would be some very damaged cars, despite our.
No one will have any rear wings.
Nothing. Nothing would be left.
But
Yeah.
around the final corner comes Joao Guerra to win what has, for him, been quite a quiet Saturday afternoon race.
Indeed so.
Well, in his
Joao,
head, he'll probably have heard the masses of shouting in the voice chat for all the chaos and war crimes that have happened.
Insert the "this is fine" meme on behalf of
Yeah.
Joao as the rest of the race
There's
burning around him.
race-ending chaos. Bushy hasn't finished yet, and neither is Pecky, but they both spun at somewhere. The pirate is in.
Oh, he might actually lose positions.
The pirate's on the beach. The pirate's on the beach. I found the pun. There was a pun in there somewhere. I found it. Can the pirate beat Jack to the line?
Actually, no.
He has, yes.
He has indeed. He has indeed. But there you go. It's again because his cars are so like mixed around. You know, you got some of the people that have been lapped coming across now, and now Marco comes across the line to finish 4th amidst all the chaos, finishing there. Jake, amidst what was a huge collision, still finishing 5th in the end. Nikisas finishing 6th, Antonio Odalea in 7th. Unfortunate for him, just so many spins for him. Speaking of spins, that is someone politely reversing out into the gravel. You would never do that in real motorsports. But Antonio comes across the line now to finish 7th place. Pecky in 8th.
Bushy hasn't finished yet. He's still stuck in the gravel. He was, I think it was like 12th.
He was for a bit, yeah.
About a minute ago. He's been stuck in the gravel ever since, but he's going to come to the line. He will finish in 14th place.
14th it'll be there, and that's everyone now finished with this race. Goodness
Also,
gracious.
people are still driving.
I don't know the race.
I think at full pace as well.
I mean,
they can leave. You can leave. We have disproved Stockholm syndrome. You can leave.
G in chat saying he's scared of AF4 now. Well,
yeah.
I don't think
so.
This race will make any people, you know, I don't know, comfy with AF4, but yeah, certainly one that will go down in memories.
Please join AF4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This season's car may not be the kindest, but it will hopefully be next season. Either way, let's see who we can get in for interviews. So we've got Joao there, we've got Kevin and Moonbeam. See which of them will be. Actually, is Joao around? Let's have a look. I don't think he's in VC anymore. I want to get. Actually, I was about to say I'll get Jack in, but he's in every single.
So I think before you do bring someone in, I want to ask who your driver of the day was.
Driver of the day.
Yeah.
I want to. I mean, I need a little refresh, so I'm gonna mess around with. Oh no! Don't do that. Oh, I was gonna change the. I was gonna do the thing on the positions that would show me how much progress people have. Actually, I can still do it. I want to remind myself.
I think you've got like 40 seconds.
So much chaos. I just didn't see who made up what positions. Well, I've got to say, I mean, Shawsey started from the very back, and he finished 9th. I mean, he made his way quietly up. Kevin drove a great race. He made, you know, he was quiet the whole way. Started 4th, finished 2nd. Impressive him. I think I would say it has to be either Marco or Moonbeam. Those guys battled amazingly. Generally kept it really, really clean throughout the whole race. Marco finished 4th, Moonbeam 3rd, of course. I'd have to say it was one of those two for me.
Yeah, for me, between Marco and Shawsey.
Oh,
Shawsey. I think Shawsey just sort of, as you say, drove quite a quiet race, kept it together as much as he could given the conditions. And just pulled out a great result.
Indeed, he did. Indeed, he did. Let's see if I can get any of these guys in here. I mean, I see Moonbeam there. I'll see if I can get some words out of him. I think I see Jake, but I believe he's muted. Well, I see Marco there, but I'll try to get someone in. I'll get Moonbeam in.
I feel obliged to do some AF4 testing for next season to make sure that this car is going to be better.
Indeed. Oh, I actually got the wrong person in. Sorry. Moonbeam, if you able to hear us, you able to talk?
Yeah.
Hello. Congratulations on what I believe was a podium for you, 3rd place. How would you sum up that race in any way you can? I mean, it seems you had some good battles, some good racing, but what would you say about the race?
The race was it was chaotic because we had a bunch of back markers. I did a crash with the back marker as well. The car was completely unstable. The tires were literally begging for mercy, especially in the last corners. You really overheat them much. So the race was interesting, but I thought I can do better.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you definitely had some good pace. You had some decent, I think, consistency in being able to actually fight with the tires was the key here. But you did very well. Third place is a very very good position to be in. Um, and it is interesting because everyone was struggling with them. Would they just was it mid corner? Would the tires just die mid corner? Because I saw a lot of people just spin off, halfway through the corners.
Yes, that's completely correct, especially on last laps when the tires are overheated and you have literally no grip. Like the second sector, you have to go like half throttle just to maintain control of the car. You're actually just fighting for your life.
It did sure seem like that. So it's good feedback. It's good that we know these things, and I mean we saw it for our own eyes. But thank you for your comments there, Moonbeam. We'll send you back, and well done for your P3 again today.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we've heard it there. For our own ears, Josh. Definitely something well and truly up with the tires on this car, and it was that mid corner they were talking about for sure.
I mean, Sachsenring pushes these cars pushes all cars to insane limits, especially with the tires, because of how much and how unbalanced the corners are. It's mostly right-hand bends. Left-hand bends rather. You've only got, I think, 3 right-handers. And one of them is just the small kink.
Yeah, you're right about that. Actually, it's all these very long, very tire loading left-handers all across the circuit. So that's you're very much right about that. I don't know how they've managed to make a circuit out of this many left-handers, but they've seemingly created a mix made in hell. Especially.
Do you want to know the weirdest part is? The last sector was actually designed by Hermann Tilke.
Just the last sector.
Yeah, so Sachsenring used to be a street track a long time ago around what is now Sachsenring, and they updated it in about, I think it was the mid-90s.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Jack, Angie.
That was something.
That was something. Actually, yeah, just meant to ask you, Jack. What was all the pit stops for? Was it just because your tires were kept dying? Like.
Yeah, well, basically, I joined like when quali started. I was doing something else before, and like, I just was kind of slow, I guess, and I lost it in the penultimate corner, and my tires are completely dead. Because if you spin once with this car, like I didn't spin, I slid for like 200 meters on my side. I drifted the whole way, basically. Like the tires were, I don't know, 5 psi overpressure and like 50 degrees too hot.
Jesus.
So I was just like spinning every corner after that, like not even joking. Every time I went on throttle on exits, I'd spin. So I just thought, it's not fun at all. I just pit and try and do fast laps. So I pitted, but I forgot to change the tires. So I did an outlap again and pitted again.
So that's why you went for 2 pit stops.
Yes, that's it.
Wonderful. Well,
it didn't stop me from spinning though, but yeah.
Yep, still spinning. I'm not surprised then. I mean, it just seemed like so many people struggled with it. I don't know if it's been like this on other tracks, but me and Josh were thinking that Sachsenring, combined with this car, was a recipe for absolute disaster because it's just these high load corners, which
exactly
from what Moonbeam was saying, you just lose the car mid corner. Like so many people was like snapping, and you'd find them like hundreds of meters away in the gravel.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this car, if like the tires are broken in a way, basically. That's what I said when we chose the car. That's why I didn't support the car. Like if you have a lot of load on the tires, it'll just go up in temperatures a lot, and the pressures will go up, but they won't go down. So like they'll stay up.
I see.
And you lose every ounce of grip you have, and then it's just like a vicious circle because you have less grip, so you're gonna slide more, so pressures are gonna go up even more, and etc. etc. So yeah, like I think this car is not the worst. Like it's not a complete shit mod. I think it's quite poor in a way, but like it's not absolutely terrible. But the choice of track is not good. Like on Monza, I think it would have been fine, for example, because it's like except Parabolica, there's no really high load corners for that last Varinong or that would completely kill your tires. Just like slow corners and chicanes and stuff.
Yeah, I think this track sort of was like it looked like it would be a good bet. I mean, F4 races here have looked pretty good, but like I think it's just we should have given it more insight. But yeah. Well, either way, as me and Josh were saying, we have the bad apples, and next season we'll rectify that hopefully. So
We're
yeah.
putting the plans together now, and I'm making sure I'm involved in
Also,
testing.
guys,
Yes.
like some people joined in mid quali. Like I did the briefing on the last minutes of the practice, and some guys like who probably joined the A and AF race for the first time joined mid quali, and someone literally asked what the start procedure is when the lights went down.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
late. I think maybe like a little note for the final race. Please be there at practice because the briefing is before quali. So
Like it was crazy.
yeah, it was a bit crazy. But I think that'll just about do it for the stream. Keep in mind, guys, AF1 will be back next weekend. We start a Road America, 5 p.m. UTC, as usual, with the 2021 IndyCar. It should be awesome. We have an awesome looking field building up as well. Thanks, Shiny, for that. I'm working on a livery as well, actually. I haven't done that in a little while. And AF3 as well will be back on Friday at Toronto, of all places. And AF4 next weekend will see the finale
Alton Park.
at Oilton Park, which should be a very, very cool race at the Foster's layout. And hopefully we'll see less death there. Or maybe more, who knows? But either way, be there for that. Should be fun. And yeah, weeklies will be back next week as well. Decided to give them a little break for this week because of attendance. So there you go. Thank you all for watching, and see you again on Monday actually for the Steward stream. Goodbye.